trying out a new carry pistol. Kind of intrigued me is the Staccato HD. I just hit 1,500 rounds in it, and it started raining here at the range, so I thought I'd take a minute to talk about it, and maybe I can save you some money or cost you some money as I go through it. So as mine came from the factory, it was terrible to shoot. It was very thick back here. So it's so thick back here compared to your Legacy 2011s. I have a Staccato C full grip and a CS. Both the CS I have a lot of rounds through. The C I never did like it that much, and I didn't shoot that much through it. Both of those guns I had ported. So what happens here is when you are getting a firing grip on the pistol, it will eat you up right here, and also it's so wide back here that it will push your hand off the safety, which if you ride the safety, I ride the safety, it will take it off the safety, and then in a recoil you'll flip the safety back up. So I put it on a massive diet, and I don't run ambi safeties, and Staccato can get you nothing for this pistol. So I just ground off the safety on that side because I work physical job, and throughout the day carrying appendix, I'll sweep the safety off on 2011s, and used to do it on 1911s a long time ago, and I just either put single-sided safeties on them or I just grind it off, which works just as well. But on this side, I put it on a major diet because right there is where the safety is really thick and it forces your hand out, and also right here on the beaver tail, and then this corner right there. Now you could send your gun back to Staccato and they'll do some stuff to it, but the fact is how they gonna make it fit me right when I'm not there to do it? So I just do it myself. This gun has the RMR plate on it. They offer one for the RMR and one from the RMR HD and SRO. The RMR HD one takes this off the back and moves it all the way back, so your iron, which would be right there, would sit in there. I like my optic to be captured front and rear, so I took the RMR plate, kicked the irons off, which are horrendous anyways. The optics mount is so low on these pistols that the irons to me are just too tall, but I understand they probably have to do that to accommodate for whatever other dots people are running that may be taller. But the irons are intrusive. They almost eat up half of your window, and it was just a problem for me. I didn't like them, so I got rid of them. This is the only carry gun I have that doesn't have backup irons on it, but I just couldn't take it. But a note for anybody doing this, the RMR plate, which this is, when you mount it, you think it will fit on here. When you screw it down tight, it hits the top of the slide. It will not fit. So what I had to do, because low optic is huge to me. It means more to me. For my mileage, I have to have my optic low. So I had to take a couple of file strokes off the top of the slide to get just enough. You probably can't even see it. You could get a sheet of paper between there if you really tried. So I think Zev owns the market on optic cuts. I think they have the best optic cut you can get. Obviously, as everybody says, it's not a direct mount, but it's low, and I don't care. It's so low, it doesn't matter to me. You can't get it any lower. Gun points, shoots well. The mag release, the way it comes is terrible. The only really accessible part of it is right here. And I scalloped all this out, so now you can get on it back here. And now it is great, which is an easy fix. Anybody could do that at home. Trigger on mine broke at 4 1/4. It was really about 4 1/4 after 500 rounds. I, being an old 1911 guy, everything down here is 1911. Like, if you've worked on a 1911, you can handle this no problem. I took it, it's set at 3.5 pounds now. Breaks great, that's all I need. I could go lower, but for me, I don't want it any lower. Return is still strong, it's great. People talking about the takedown on the pistol because it's got amp. I honestly don't. To do this shaping and everything I did, I tore it down I don't know, let's just say a dozen times, and we'll go shoot it. I can shoot in my backyard. Go shoot it, come back in, make more adjustments, put it back together. I don't see tearing it down to be any, and putting it back together to be any more difficult than any other 1911. I don't know what the complaints are about it. Mine, and this is the only sample I have, so I got a sample size of 1, and mine goes together and comes apart super easy, slides like as you would expect, butter. Staccato tells me on the phone they expect with 125 grain Staccato match ammo that this will do 1-inch groups at 25 yards off of sandbags. I bought a box of Staccato match ammo to see. The gun will shoot 1/2-inch to 1.25-inch groups with their ammo, their match ammo, off of sandbags. It will average, I would say 5-shot groups. It will average 1-inch groups, if you can hold it that steel, which is better than most people can shoot, and plenty accurate for me, as it should be. It's an expensive gun. It should be very accurate. I think what I heard was it was designed for the RMR HD. I'm an SRO guy. I had an HD around from when they released them. I thought it was going to be the new thing. I ended up not liking it that much, but I had it, and since this gun, I felt like it was calling for it. I put it on there. It shot fantastic. As I mentioned earlier, I'm just running through this stuff fast, so this video is not forever. As I mentioned before, this gun recoil, or I have a CS and a C, both ported. This gun, which is quite a bit heavier than a CS or a C, but it recoils, and I don't really know how they did it. It feels soft in my hands, as soft as my C that's ported. How they did it, I don't know. It's instant. You instantly feel it when you shoot it. You're like, dang. It points just like a Zeb. I don't know. Maybe that's how Zeb uses Glock mags. They use Glock mags in this. Get my dog to move so I can grab my Zeb. Get up, move, buddy. Kill up. Move. So I normally run Zebs. Here's a Zeb Hypercomp. It's a high round count gun. Also my carry gun. Well, this one isn't my carry gun. I have 2 of them. One that I carry and one that I train with. They weigh exactly the same. These 2 guns weigh the same. This gun and this gun have the exact same point. This gun is, I think it was 1,800 bucks. This is like, I think it's like called like a premium package or something, comes with extra mag. It was like $2,900. I don't have near as many. I just hit 1,500 with this, and this just has uber rounds on it. Still on the original recoil spring, but a lot of rounds through it. I mean, this is a great gun. This is a really, really great gun. This gun, probably for most people, could probably shoot it better because of the trigger. This gun has the way to make a Timney Alpha running a Zev is you got to put a Gen 3 trigger housing back here and a dot connector. The rest, then it will run reliably. That's straight from Timney, because I couldn't get it to work, and then Timney told me exactly how to do it on the phone, and they were right. And this gun, the trigger in this gun is, everything about it is as good except for the reset. The reset in this gun, obviously, because of what it is far better. So you can shoot better splits with this than you can this. Anyways, we'll get this out of the picture, but they do have the best optics cut in the business, in my opinion. Put that away. So, magwell, people complain about the magwell, or I'm just stating what I hear on the internet. People say the magwell is not great on this gun, but I don't understand the thinking on that. You know, for a carry gun, I like them super slim, and it has the bevel in the front, bevel in the back, and your mag is tapered at the top, so it's not the side to side that matters, it's the front to back where you miss. So for me, I think they nailed it. I really love the magwell on the gun, and this little hook right here, I have a really big hand, really hooks in good. The extended slide lock, I am not crazy about. My hands are so big that when I ride my safety, you see my thumb gets on top. And I can, if I'm not paying attention to what I do, I will stop it from locking back on empty. I kicked the sights off. I already said that. I'm not crazy about not having irons, but I don't know what else to say about it, guys. If you have a G45 Glock or the equivalent, I've been fortunate enough to, I was running an M&P metal carry comp not long ago. I ended up selling it. The awesome gun with the Apex trigger, awesome gun, almost as good a trigger as this. I think that the downside of the new core system is those plastic plates. I couldn't move past it. My optic kept getting loose. I will not have that. Nobody could cut me one as thin as the metal ones because the machining can't grab the part and thin it out that thin. The other ones are twice as thick as the plastic plates that come with it. And me, my personal preference, I need my optics plates to be, I want the optics slammed down like this, as close as I can get it to the gun. Makes all the difference in the world for me of how I point the gun and how it presents. So I got rid of that M&P, even though the gun was outstanding. The optics mounting system, I think they dropped the ball on that big time. And nobody would direct cut it for me. Even your big name guys, which do work for me. I call them, they won't touch it. So your option is to buy an old slide and have it cut and put it on the new metal frame. The new metal frame is awesome. But anyways, if you're looking at this gun, I can almost guarantee you that it's going to eat you alive, because I have not talked to anybody that has had one of these. That's a shooter. I'm not talking about a guy that just buys it and holds it. I'm about a guy that goes out and puts, 500 rounds through it in a day. He's going to be bleeding right here. And I'm not sure how it got out of their factory like that, because I would imagine Staccato shoots the heck out of these guns. I don't know how that happened, that it made that. But one of my guys that I know, he's an officer, he sent his back already, and it came back with thinner safeties on it, which definitely helps, but there's more work to be done there. I'm not a guy that cares about, I did blue that with some cold bluing, but just through shooting, it just wore it right off, and I'm not a guy who really cares about that. But for $2,900, should you have to do that stuff to your gun? No, not really, but if you're just stuck on it and you want to run it, just expect that you're either going to have Staccato blend it, or you're going to have to blend it yourself. But all in all, I'm carrying it right now. It's 100% reliable. Oh, the Metgar magazines, top shelf. What this gun will not do, boy, this is getting to be a long video. What this gun will struggle with is, let's just say you put 200 rounds, 300 rounds through the gun back to back, and on your reloads you run those, I call them peanut butter mags, but a 19X mag, which is a great reload mag because you can grab it right here. If you run these, the top round, as soon as you go into the gun and it's on slide lock and you got it topped off, brand new mag. It's going to stick the round. It's not going to feed it. You have to keep your feed ramp on this gun. It will get gummed up. 200-300 rounds. It's glazed over with crap. You take your shirt and you got to go wipe it off. If you keep, within reason, keep it clean, it will feed every round out of these. You will have no problems. And once the gun's running with these mags, as in not from slide lock, you're just running, I've never had a hiccup. The only hiccups I've had is when my feed ramp is covered in crud, and it'll stick the top round in the mag on a fully loaded mag. So will it run Glock mags? Yes, it will run Glock mags. If you keep your pistol, like if you're carrying your pistol, you should definitely keep it clean. So it should never really be a problem. I carry one of these for a reload, and obviously when I'm carrying it, I keep it really clean, and I don't worry about it at all. I carry for it because it weighs so much, and I like the ammo anyways. I run this Liberty Defense, and it is, so ported guns, that in my experience with it, ported guns that I have, it's not the same impact as your 124 Blazer Brass or your 115 Magtech. They have a different point of impact, and I can't have that. My carry ammo needs to hit spot on where my training ammo does. I'm not going to re-zero. I'm not doing all that. There's too many good options to be doing that. Well, like that Zev I just had out here, it does not hit point of impact with that ammo. But this gun, it's not ported. It's spot on, dead on. And if you've never fired this stuff, this would be like, it shoots as tight a groups as Staccato match ammo. I mean, I don't know what they do here, but it is 100% just an absolute tack driver of a round. And it's fast and it's very light. So you're gaining, like if you're carrying a gun, this should be a I'm not telling you got to carry it. I'm telling you, you should do your homework. You should consider carrying it because it is so light that it takes your carry gun, no matter what gun it is, and it makes it considerably lighter. It's that big of a difference. So anyways, that's this vid. I probably left some stuff out, but if there's something anybody wants to see, I'm fortunate enough to have access to a lot. And grip texture, typical Staccato, fantastic. Trigger, you know, they're not using cheap parts in these guns. They're doing their part. So it would be great if they put an aluminum frame on it and just kind of put it on a diet. They'll probably do that down the road, but it's not so heavy that, come on, man. Get a gun belt, man up, carry it. It's not that heavy. Anyways, we used to carry 5-inch 1911s, so it's not that heavy. It's like I said, it's the same. That Zev is, this Zev and this, they weigh the same amount, so it's not that big of a deal. Anyways, both of these great guns, and I have some other guns we can compare, but accuracy wise, most people don't know this, but Zev only guarantees, I had to move that for the dog. Zev only guarantees these guns 5-inch groups at 25 yards. And gosh, guys, that's just not great. Now, this particular one will do with Staccato match ammo. This gun will shoot a 2.5-inch group at 25 yards. Blazer brass, it's like, what was it? 3.5, really 4-inch groups. And the way I like to shoot, you know, it matters to me because when you get to 50 yards and you're trying to shoot a 6-inch plate, well, it might not be you missing. That's when it could be your equipment. But it's accurate enough. Like, this gun is not as accurate. I have a Gen 5 G45 COA that is more accurate than this gun. It just is. As soon as you go to zero it, you're like, wow, this thing's really pushing. It's a 2.5-inch gun. Gen 5 Glocks are accurate, very accurate. I have 2 of those, and one's not a COA, and they are both tack drivers. But and I have 2 Zevs, and they both shoot the same. Like, they're 3.5, 4-inch guns at 25 yards. So keep that in mind. If you are buying one of these, it will be accurate, and it should be for the price. But so should this be. This is like, I don't know, 1,800 bucks. At 1,800 bucks, it should be. I mean, I think those Glock G45 is like, what, I don't know, like 600 bucks or something like that, and it'll outshoot this. It will not outshoot this. But anyways, this will probably end up with an SRO on it because it's just the field of, there's just a, you probably can't tell there, but if you're actually running these things, this is just, it's just better. It's more better, more window, more better. And I know that Hollison makes good stuff and all that. I'm a Trigicon guy, and I'm not changing. I like their stuff. I like the company, so I'm sticking with it. But anyways, hopefully that maybe helps somebody. Next thing I really touch on quickly is, man, it's gonna be a 20-minute video. 2011s, they want to be wet, man. This thing, you know, I keep it clean and I oil the crap out of it, and it'll runs good. I've not had a malfunction, but I know from past experience running these, you cannot run this like you run this. This thing right here, man, it'll just run. This right here will, if you don't keep it wet, it will get stoppages. Or at least that's my experience with the other 2. So I have a sample size of 3 Staccatos. That's the only 3 Staccatos I have experience with. I don't have like XCs. I don't have any guns that I don't carry, that I won't carry or haven't carried. That's all I'm interested in. I don't go have range toys that I just go shoot just for the fun of it. None of that. I'm only interested in what I can conceal carry, and I'm only interested in training with what I conceal carry. I don't need a range toy. This is my range toy. I want to be as good as I can possibly be with the gun that I'm carrying, and I put all my focus into that. So if I go put 100 rounds through an XC, it means nothing to me, and it's a waste of my time and ammo. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you got something out of it. Maybe it persuaded you to buy it, or maybe it persuaded you to just keep your Glock. Honestly, I can bring a Glock out here, and if we're running drills off of a timer, the difference of me performing with this or a factory Glock is so minute that it doesn't make sense to spend the money. So if you are running a G45, a G17, or pick your, when you get into these little like a 43X, so that makes a difference. You can't reload one of those as fast. They don't come out of the holster as easy. It's just a smaller gun. It's more difficult to work with. 365 SIG, difficult to work with. We're talking full grip guns. Once you train with them and you have the same fundamentals, I don't think there's enough difference between them to justify the cost. So it's more of a want than a need for sure. So if you're running a stock Glock or an M&P 2.0 and you're like, oh, this is going to make me better, or this is going to make me better, this is not going to make you better. It's just not. They will not improve you. A magwell, my other one, I have the magwell, the one I carry, I don't have a magwell on it. The magwell is not gonna, if you are missing your reload so bad that you need a magwell, then you need to train some more, right? Because I can reload this gun just as fast as I can this gun. Just as fast. And the one I have, like this one that I don't have a magwell on, I can reload it just as fast as I can reload this one, because you got to do your part, and if you're doing your part, then it's going in. Now this, I mean, maybe it corrects you just a little bit, but if you miss it that bad, you've missed it anyways. So anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a good day. Hopefully this helps somebody.